Hello class and welcome to Humanities 122. This course is called Southern Culture and I'm your instructor, Sandra McClammy. You can call me Miss Sandra. And I just want to give you a welcome video and one of many weekly intro videos, or what I call my weekly overview for the course. First of all, we just want to make sure that we welcome you properly to Cape Fear Community College and this course. Many of you all are not new students, you are returning students. So if you are a returning student, welcome back. If you're a new student, welcome to Cape Fear. Just to give you a little snapshot about this course is going to talk about how the South has done an excellent job of shaping a lot of the things, or shaping the way that we do a lot of things in the United States. And so we're going to be able to take a look at many of those different things throughout this course in a set of units that I have for you that's called Life, Literature, and Music. Even when you're thinking about the South and thinking about all of the things that the South has offered, there are many other things that you could talk about, but those are the three that we're going to focus on. So let's kind of get into the course and kind of show you how it's going to go. So if you'll notice, you'll go in and choose 122 amongst your list of courses here. So you're going to choose this. When you click this particular link, it's going to open up to the course. The course always opens at the announcements page. On the announcements page, you should see an announcement there welcoming you to Southern Culture, telling you about the course, and then you're going to see something here that's called Optional Virtual Classroom Session. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute. But let's talk about the navigation throughout the course and the links on Blackboard. Many of you are new to Blackboard. Some of you are very familiar with Blackboard, and that's great. For either whether you are familiar or if you're new, I'm still just going to kind of give you a little snapshot of how to navigate throughout the course. Right now, one of the most important things that you want to make sure that you take care of is the enrollment verification, which is the very first thing that you see here on your tab on the left. And you will also see that I mention it here in the welcome announcement, where I say it's very important for you to complete the EV, or the enrollment verification. The enrollment verification is a process that ensures that you are a student seated in an internet course. As you all know, if you've ever been in a class before, when you're seated in a classroom face to face, we call the roll, okay? And we see that you're present. For an internet-only class, it's a little bit different. Though we can see your access to the course, meaning I can actually see when you log on, I can see how long you log on. It also tells me everywhere that you click, so it does leave a digital fingerprint, but they want you to do an assignment that actually seals your presence in the course. And so they do something called an enrollment verification, and it's like a syllabus quiz, and I want you to go through and read your syllabus and look at getting started in these tabs here where it says core syllabus and getting started, and then complete the enrollment verification. If you click this link, it will open up and it says enrollment verification, and you have to have this done by September 1st. If you do not have it completed at that time, the system automatically populates you as a no-show. So even if you've clicked in the course, you may have participated in a virtual session or whatever, you have to do this particular assignment to say, I'm present. All right, so please make sure that you take care of it. It's very simple. It grades itself. You'll be able to click this link here. It opens up enrollment verification quiz. You'll click begin. It tells you about all of the things you need to do, and then it asks the questions here. All right, so you want to make sure that you go through and answer each of these questions. All right, so that's the most important thing, is getting the EV completed. All right. Again, the announcements page gives you all of the information that you need to know weekly. This is the page that you land on every time you click into the course. It is also important to note that every week for this course on this page, I will give you something called the weekly overview. Class, please watch the weekly overview. After we get rolling in the class, some students feel like, I don't need to watch the weekly overview. I'm going to just go do the work. And then what happens is I get an email, and the email asks me a question. Well, how am I supposed to do thus and so? And I say, well, if you watch the weekly interview at minute number 635, it does explain how to do that. So please make sure that you watch the weekly overview video that I'm going to be giving you every week. It is not just a video where I'm just talking to you, whatever. It has very valuable information in that video. And it, again, will be appearing on the announcements page, and I will be sending the email out to you either early Monday morning or late Sunday night. All right, so that kind of gives you a snapshot of the very beginning here. And again, I'm going to talk about the virtual session here in just a second. But let's show you the meat of the course. The course is right here where it says coursework. This is where you will enter to see all of your assignments. This is like what I call the actual heart of the class. Here you will see each of the units: the intro to Southern culture, Southern life, Southern literature, and Southern music. Those are the 3 units that we're going to cover. I also will include for you the dates that we will be spending on each of those units. As you can tell, the Southern life unit, we're going to be spending quite a bit of time on that unit. We'll be spending a little over a month on the literature piece, and then we'll be spending a little time in the music piece. But for right now, let's get introduced to Southern culture. So I want you to click the link here, and you're going to go into Southern culture. And the first thing I do for each week is I give you an overview, where I pretty much am telling you, okay, this is what we're going to do. This week we're going to begin our study of Southern culture by viewing the contemporary definition of the South, and discuss those characteristics and stereotypes many associate with the South. So I give you the overview, and I say for this week, here is what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the syllabus and intro information in the course. We're going to watch a couple of videos talking about the South, and then there's going to be an optional virtual classroom session held this Friday. The assignment for this course, for this week, is to complete the exercise in which you answer the questions about the video or videos and identify characteristics of the South relative to food, music, and lifestyle or culture. So that is your overview of what we're going to be doing this week. Underneath the overview, then I break out each of those sections. All right. So where you're going to watch those videos describing the South, here is the videos describing the South. Southern culture is a subculture of the United States. The combination of its unique history and the fact that many Southerners maintain and even nurture an identity separate from the rest of the country has led to its being the most studied and written about region. Why so? You're going to get to see in these 2 videos. So I put two links. I'm sorry, I'm talking faster than I'm thinking. I put 2 links in these videos that you will be able to click and look at the South. I want you to see what they say here about the South, and I want you to see what they say here, which there are some similarities and some differences, only just in opinion. So I want you to take a look at the facts and opinions about the South in these 2 videos. All right, and then after you watch that, I want you to complete an assignment. Now, when you click this assignment, it is going to say that it is a test. It is not a test. This is an assignment. The reason why it says it's a test is because there's only one function in Blackboard that allows you to design assignments, and it says test. So it's not a test. It is an assignment, okay? So you're going to be able to click into this assignment. Let me go back again and show you where. You're going to click this link, all right? And it says answer the following questions using the videos given and your opinion. Respond accordingly. It can be saved and resumed for later, meaning you can start on it and then go back and work on it again later. All right, so when you click begin, what happens is you'll see your first question. The following questions are from the What is the South video. According to the video, what does the narrator say was the original notion of the South and who was it drawn by? All right, and so then you're going to answer the question. You'll give me the short answer question right there. And then it keeps going from question 1 to 2 to 3 on down. For this particular assignment, there are 10 questions. You'll complete all of those questions. And then once you finish, you're going to hit save and submit. All right. Once you hit save and submit, you want to look for the message across the top that says it has been saved. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you hit submit and then you X out of it too soon, it may not have time to transmit to me. So please make sure that you get the message across the top of your computer that says it has been fully submitted. All right. So that is your assignment for this week. All right. Once you finish that, Then the only other thing that you'll see listed under your intro for this particular week, let me go back to it. Let's get back into the unit. You will see that there's an optional classroom session. Now, many of you expressed concern to me in email. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that there was a classroom session I had to attend, or am I going to have to return to doing this in addition to such and such? I've already have a job. Don't worry about any of that, okay? This is keyword optional. This class is an internet course, meaning all of the expectations of the work is to be completed online. However, I always like to give my students an option to meet with me in person, okay? Many of you all do really well with online courses. Some people prefer face-to-face, and this does give you that little bit of a nudge of a face-to-face option. So on Friday, for this particular class, between 1:45 and 2:15, you'll be able to click on the link and join me for a live session. Now, on Friday, what this does is a couple things. It gives you the opportunity to have been working on the work for that particular week. And what I mean by that is you get your work for this class on Monday. Assignments are available on Monday, and you have until Sunday to get things completed. That is the same way for each week. The only assignment that you have an exception on that for is the enrollment verification. And that's only because it's due on the census date, which happens to be September 1st. But for everything else in this class, everything is due Sunday at midnight. Everything becomes available on Monday and is due on Sunday, okay? Each and every week is that same way. Also, what I've made permanent for your class is that each and every week on Friday at 1:45, you will have a link that you can join in and have a live session with me. Again, the key word is optional. It's a live opportunity for you to be like, okay, the assignments were given on Monday. I've had from Monday to Friday to work on it. I know this thing is due on Sunday, but I got a question. I started working on it, and I want to make sure I'm doing this right, thus and so. So on Friday is your opportunity to ask me those questions about it or anything else in the course, okay? The session is only for about 30 minutes, and I also give you a reinforcement on the lesson that has been presented. In addition to doing the optional virtual session, I also record the session. So in case you were not able to attend because you're working or whatever, but you still want to know what we talked about, I post it after it's been done. So I'll put something up and say, if you missed the virtual classroom session, here's what you missed, okay? So plenty of information there for you to kind of keep yourself going now that things have changed due to COVID-19. If there is a test available, if there will be a test for that particular week, you would see here under the weekly overview, you would see tests and when the test will be. For this class, all tests open up on Friday at 8 a.m. and they're due Sunday at midnight. Assignments open up Monday and are due Sunday. Tests open up on Friday and are due Sunday. The reason why tests open up on Friday is because you can't take the test until you've done the work. And so by Friday, you should have been able to get through doing the work in that class to be able to take the test. That's pretty much it. There's no textbook for this course. All of the information that you will receive in this course, I will give you in each of the units. For this particular week, the information that I'm giving you are the videos. Sometimes there's actually documents that I will give you, and again, they will be attached for you to be able to view on your computer or download. Okay, class, that is pretty much it. That is your weekly overview for this week. If you can complete watching these 2 videos and complete this assignment by Sunday at midnight, then you will be fine. On next Monday, which will be August 31st, there will be a brand new video where I'll be giving you a weekly overview of what we're expecting and what to be done and move forward. It will be that way every week. All right, class. It was great meeting you this way. If I see you on Friday for the virtual session, great. If not, Have a good week.